Okay. You ready?
I was born ready.
Are you a little sassy slut?
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
I want
for the
to hear you
purposes
say.
of this podcast, yeah.
I want to hear you say. I'm not
sassy.
gonna
say that.
I'm not
gonna say it.
I'm a little sassy little slut. A little sassy little slut.
I'm not gonna say that.
So what I'm saying is I should go off my meds.
No.
And get back into that state.
I don't condone this.
Welcome back.
Shout out God. Shout out Jesus.
Deep
Welcome to the Extraordinary Podcast Spectacular with Eddie and Tommy.
I'm like that deer from Open Season. I'm just a sassy little slut.
Dude. What was her name?
I don't Giselle.
I forgot all about that.
Giselle, the sassy little slut.
Yo, that was the last thing I said to you guys before I left was I sent that picture.
Oh my God.
Like straight up hardcore porn.
Oh, okay, let's get this started.
Welcome to the story?
Welcome to the hold on. Here it goes. Welcome to the Extraordinary Podcast Spectacular with Eddie and Tommy. My name's Eddie.
My name is Thomas Daniel Connolly.
Oh, we're doing full names. My name's Eddie Weisfeld then. And it's a
Oh shit.
It's a podcast. We're doing a little podcast.
Is someone gonna steal my identity now?
I hope so. I wasn't gonna do my full name because, I want to get a job someday, but
it's Edward James Weisfeld.
Okay, well, it's too late now, so it doesn't even matter. And this is a podcast, and it's lame to make a podcast, but, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's lame because of you.
It's a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we'll chalk it up to. It doesn't matter. We're not expecting anything out of this, so. And also, we've tried like 17 times to get this thing started.
Yeah, literally at least 6 times.
Well, you know what? This is the one. I can feel it. It's in my bones today. I'm feeling sassy. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling thick. I think it's all...
the feeling in your bones might just be that bone-hurting juice.
Ooh, ouch. Ooh. No, I only drink water. I would never drink any of that processed bone-hurting juice. The FDA doesn't even regulate.
Exactly.
Fuck
That's
you.
why it hurts your bones.
Ow. Ooh, ow.
Ooh, owie.
Ooh. All right, but besides being little sassy sluts in this corner, there's a couple rules that I wanna lay forth for the podcast, and it's that we're gonna segregate some listeners. I think
we're gonna discriminate a little bit here.
Only thick boys are allowed to listen to the podcast.
Thick boys only.
Thick, juicy boys. I think that will help us. I think that's our demographic.
Yeah.
And no girls allowed. This is an all thick boys podcast. No skinny queens. We don't want them. We just want nice, big, juicy, hairy, thick boys. Thick spelled with 2 Q's, much like ourselves. And that's it. I think we can make a little community, the thick boys.
Yeah.
It'll be like a gang. It'll be like, what's the gang that Tekashi 6ix9ine's in? He's not in a gang.
Dude, I have no idea.
I don't think he's in a gang. I think he's just weird. What's that gang that Donald Trump's obsessed with? M9? M13.
Oh, MS-13.
MS-13. Microsoft Paint. 12.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll start a gang. We'll get on a list. I hope this podcast puts us on like a no-fly list.
Dude, I'm hoping to get my identity stolen. I'm telling you what.
Okay, so this is going to be the first episode.
Yeah.
I've said this every time we've recorded, but this is really the first episode.
This
is the real deal.
One.
This is the real deal. So we've got this figured out. This is what we got a game plan. Okay, everyone. Hey, listen up. Listener?
Bro,
listen up, okay?
Oh,
listen up.
That was nice.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to help you understand us. We're going to become friends, all right? And it's going to be a good time. Just sit back, relax. Don't leave now. It's about to get good. I promise. So the first thing we're going to do is to help everyone understand each other is we're going to have
it's story time with Eddie and Tommy.
It's not story time yet.
Oh.
That's coming. Don't worry about that.
Dude, go fuck yourself, all right?
Let's just this is an audio-only podcast. I'm sure everyone is very concerned about what we look like. You want to match.
Okay.
You really want to. When I listen to a podcast and it's audio only, you always want to know what the voice is.
Right. What they
like you put
correspond to.
Yeah, exactly. You never know what that voice matches up to, and you always get this thing in your head, and you obsess over it, and then you finally find out what they look like, and you're like, that's not what I imagined. I don't want to listen to this anymore. And then you throw your laptop out the window. Let's just get it right off the bat.
We're ugly.
So I'm gonna describe Tommy, and Tommy's gonna describe me, and
All
then
right.
we'll all know what's on the line, and we can just move on from there. We don't have to worry about that.
Oh, shit.
We don't have to worry about any of our listeners figuring out what we look like and then
Right.
overdosing on opioids, and we can just move on with life. Okay.
All right. All right. So let's just get this out of the way. He's Jewish. So
Jesus Christ.
so yeah. Well, I mean, people can interpret that as they want. He's about 5 feet tall. Sorry,
Yep.
5'8".
Nope, 5 feet tall.
Yeah. Penis size less than average.
I would actually argue way below average.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to go that far, but since you're admitting it, way below average. And then I don't know what else there is to describe. You know,
Am I cutie?
yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. All right. I feel obligated to tell the truth to the listeners.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to say yes.
Oh my gosh, you heard it here, guys.
Oh,
I'm a
man.
cutie.
Now
Oh,
now
that's
say
so
nice things
nice.
about me.
Okay. Let's paint a picture, okay? Empty canvas. All right.
Empty.
So, let's draw a stick figure, okay? Imagine a stick figure. Just a normal thing. We're going to fuck it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, keep going.
We're going to fit this canvas with a stick figure on it
Yup.
to look like Tommy. Okay, so now take that stick, the body, the torso,
Oh, God.
and just kind of round it out a little bit. Just a little bit. Because I wouldn't say he's fat, right? I would say he's just a big guy. He's not
Oof.
overweight. Tommy's not an overweight gentleman. He's tall, and he's just large. He's a big boned boy. Someone describe him as thick. You know what I mean?
I mean, thick boys only.
Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, he's about, I would say, 6, 7, maybe 8 feet tall.
Somewhere in
And
that range, yeah.
Somewhere in that range, somewhere in between there. He's got brown hair. He's got big bushy brows. He's got a donk. And if you've ever had a friend who looks older than their age, Tommy definitely blows them out of the water because he
Oof.
is a 12-year-old boy in the body of a 37-year-old man.
That's accurate.
It's pretty accurate. Have you ever been ID'd?
Yeah, but only places where they like legally have to for everyone.
Whenever you go to the doctor and they look at your chart, and do they look at your age and then go like, what?
No, dude, they know me.
Are you fucking serious?
They know me out here.
Who is this guy? So anyway, yeah, he looks like a 37-year-old man. He has a very long mountain man type beard. It's pretty unruly. It looks.
I know. I need to touch it up. That's mission for today.
Here's a little thing about me. I have some facial hair, but it looks my age. I would say I look like my age, which is, maybe late teens, maybe early 20s. We'll never know.
I had better facial hair than you 3 years ago.
Yeah, Tommy started growing facial hair when we were in 5th grade.
No, realistically though, I think like 8th grade.
Yeah, so he looks like stupid old. He looks like he could have 3 kids, maybe. Anyway, what else is there to describe about him? Oh, he's shirtless right now. He's nice and hairy, and he has nipples that
Just don't quit.
I can describe them as peaking icebergs that are just beckoning ships to come and lift themselves into.
Oof.
If that helps paint a picture about who we are, I hope it helps. I hope it makes us closer as people. If you want to send in descriptions about what you think we look like, go ahead. Send it to...
Just to give you guys a reference, though, my celebrity lookalike is Steve Harvey.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good representation. The email you need to send it to is... Should I make an email for the podcast?
Yeah, I thought it was sadboycrying@hotmail.com.
Oh, send it to... Is Hotmail still a thing?
Yes, maybe. I don't know. If it is, that's what we're using.
Okay, definitely send it to sadboycrying@hotmail.com. We'll get back to you if that's a real email.
That's
Check
B-O-I,
in next week.
Boy.
SADBOI, crying. If you don't know how to spell crying, don't send the email. At
That's fair.
hotmail.com.
I was about to say, I hope Hotmail's real.
Check in next week to see if Hotmail's still a thing and if we have an email. Let's get a few things out of the way. I got a couple things
All right, yeah.
on the list for today. We're gonna get to story time later to help us get closer, viewer to podcaster.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some things to get us. It's the first episode. We're still getting to know each other. It's like a Tinder date, right? You go on the date, you have a really good time,
And then you never talk to them again.
and you just feel each other out, and you never talk to them again. So, hopefully that's what happens today.
That's what everybody's experiences are like, right? Not just me.
Yeah. Do you go on a lot of Tinder
No,
dates?
just let's move on.
Oh, okay. Hit a soft spot with
Ooh.
Tommy. He felt that one in those nipples.
I quit.
Okay, so I got a couple topics written down today. Let's start out. Oh, you know what's going on today?
It's the day before Labor Day.
Well, first of all, it's a beautiful Sunday, the Lord's Day. Have you repented for your sins?
I haven't had a chance yet. I sinned a lot this weekend. Let's just say that.
Ooh, spicy little boy. But you know what Sunday's also for, besides repenting for your sins?
The boys.
Nope, that's Saturday. Sunday is for crushing in each other's heads for entertainment value. I'm talking about professional football.
Except it's not back yet.
It's not back yet, but it's coming back next week.
On Thursday.
Well, that doesn't really count. I'm talking about Sunday night and day football.
Then yeah, next week.
Here's a little thing that me and Tommy are doing. This is not a sports podcast. Don't leave just yet.
Against all of my wishes.
Fuck!
I want to make that into a soundbite. Don't leave just yet. It's not a sports podcast. I promise. Stay with us. This is just going to be a quick second. What we're doing is I want to make a little bet with Tommy because we're playing fantasy football, something I've never done before, and I feel like this is a good little bet we could make between the two of us. So if you don't know, oh my God, why is everyone? Okay, let me. Side note: Tommy's in a room.
I'm in my
with
dorm.
a lot of men.
Dude, don't worry about it.
There's a lot of men around. For some reason, everyone is shirtless. Everyone's shirtless.
Everyone's shirtless.
Oh, yeah.
It's just an upshot of Tommy right now, shirtless and hairy, beautiful, may I say, statuesque. Like I said, those nipples, they're calling me in, but I can't. I'm a few states away.
Dude,
But out of nowhere, a wild man, shirtless, hairless, came up
What a beautiful day.
and just started just like tapping, just massaging those shoulders, his
Yeah.
big, grotesque, muscular shoulders. And I gotta say, it was a beautiful moment. It was like, have you ever seen Call Me By Your Name?
It's such a
No.
Basically, it's a movie about a man.
sunshine.
I know what it's about. It's like the dude, they're both gay, and it's like an older dude with a younger dude.
Yeah, it's a movie about a predator. And
Like literally, right?
yeah, I mean, if we're talking technicality, yes, it's a movie about a predator, and it's basically about the guy from Lady Bird, the cool guy.
I haven't seen Lady Bird. You fucking.
Okay, well, there's a cool guy in it, He's the cool guy. He smokes cigarettes, only hand rolled.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
And the cool guy from Lady Bird fucks a peach, and then
Ew.
he's like, "Hey, call me by your name." I don't get it. It's like, what else would I call you by? I guess. Oh my god, it all ties back in. Call me by your name, because I don't want to be called a little slut, little.
That'd be like me
sassy
calling
slut.
you. It'd be like me calling you Tommy.
I guess. Yeah, I don't call
I
me
don't
by
get
your
why.
name.
Call me by your name. You'd call me Eddie.
They say, "Call me by your name, and I'll call you by yours."
Yeah. So if I called you
Call me by your
Tommy
name.
and you
And
called
I'll
me Eddie,
call you by-
that's stupid.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, just hear this out. Call me by your name, so call me yourself, and I'll call you by yours. That means call me by your name, call me your name, and then I'll say your name when I'm referring to you.
Call me by your name and I'll call you by mine.
No, they didn't say that. They said call me by your name, and I'll call you by yours.
Sorry, dude. I haven't seen the movie and I don't know why we're talking about this.
Why are we talking about
Back to
this?
fantasy football.
Oh, it's because there's a lot of men in your room, and I assume
yeah.
that someone fucked a peach.
I can't confirm or deny.
Okay, fantasy football.
yeah.
We're playing fantasy football. The draft is tonight. Here's the wager. We're going to compete not only with everyone. There's it's a 10-man league or something, right?
10 or 12, yeah.
10 or 12. It's just a couple friends. They don't matter. Who cares about our friends? It's all about us.
Yeah.
We're going to be competing not only against them, but each other. I say whoever ranks higher in the league is the winner between the two of us, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So I was thinking, what would be a good wager? What would make us really want to do well in the league? I think that if you lose between the two of us,
Yeah, right.
the bet, or the what's it called when you lose a bet? The wager?
I don't know, maybe.
The wager should be a DIY at home colonic.
Can you say that to me like I'm 5?
Okay. A colonic is when you spray stuff up your beehole to clean it out.
I'm not going to do that.
Tommy, you got to. For the people.
You know what? I'll say okay just because I know I'm going to beat you.
You don't know that. I've never
do
played
know
fantasy
that.
football in my league. I haven't prepared. I don't plan to do any preparations at all. Look up any stats
So
or
I'm
anything
definitely
at
going
all.
to beat you.
No. Have you done any of this stuff? Have you done a mock draft?
No, but why would I?
We're on even ground. I know football. You know football. We both know football. But anyway, that's the wager. A DIY, do it yourself, colonic at home. Spray something. We'll give you the details later as time goes on, because this is going to be a whole thing. It's gonna be a few weeks.
Yeah, week by week.
It's going to be week by week. We'll let you know who's winning, who's losing, and when it finally is over, we'll share the experience of the loser on the podcast. We're not going to record it probably.
live.
I mean, unless you want to record it, maybe the audio. That'll be interesting. Do you think you could do it yourself, or are you going to have to get help?
I don't know.
Because
I'm not going to worry about it because I'm not going to lose.
Well, I've been thinking about it, because if I lose, I definitely...
See, that's your problem.
Well, I don't have a losing mindset. I'm a competitive person. If anyone knows me, I'm super competitive in everything I do. And I know I'm going to win. But if I do lose, I definitely have plenty of help. I live with 3 other guys, and I think my girlfriend could help me out. So we're going to be fine on my end. Plus, I've always wanted to experience what a colonic's like and see what's up there. Maybe there's like
I'm not going to judge.
maybe there's like a whole ass like watermelon up there that's just been stuck up there.
I wouldn't bet on that. Yeah. Oh, you mean like if you ate a seed and then it grew inside you?
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. So that's the wager. Oh, he has a shirt on now. I don't care anymore.
Oh, dang. He says he doesn't care about you because you have your shirt on.
Take your shirt off.
Oh.
Be a little slut. Give me a little nip. Tell him to...
Oh,
hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Bye. I love you.
I don't know what else. love you.
He
guys.
says he loves you.
Have a good day.
Man, I have not met this guy before, but I love him too.
He says he hasn't met you before, but he
Aw.
still loves you.
I feel special.
I think that's the only way anyone could love you is if they have never met you.
Wow.
Holy shit! Man!
Well, I'm hurt.
Mercy.
Okay.
He's not.
So
Now everyone's gone. I'm gonna take my pants off.
I'm not gonna edit this, so I'm just gonna make our sound engineer edit this.
Our sound engineer Eddie.
No, I'm not our sound engineer. My roommate
Oh.
Bobby's gonna do it.
Oh shit! All right.
So, and he offered to, so he's just gonna have to listen to all of this and choose what to pick and leave out.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully, I mean, hey, Bobby, I leave it up to you
It's up to you, bro.
to edit this. You can leave it in if you want. It might be a little jumbled, might not make sense. It's okay though.
We're shouting you out though.
That's a little kiss.
Shout out
man.
Bobby. Shout out God.
Shout out God. Shout out Jesus. Okay. Here's what I also think about the fantasy football bet. I think
Yeah.
that, like I said before, it's like a 10 to 12 man and woman.
Roy. Well, I think there's one woman.
There's 10 to 12 people in our league that we're competing against. I think if you win the league, there should be an extra wager. So the loser.
Well, I think we're doing like a league wide thing for like whoever wins.
No, but just between us on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
So-
like if you do win.
Yeah, if you win the general thing, if you rank higher than the other person, you have to do the
Yeah, there's that,
the
right.
colonic. If you win the league, we need to have another wager.
All right. What about if you lose the entire league?
If you lose the entire league, then you're just a loser and nobody likes you.
And you're doing the clock.
And you're definitely doing the colonic. But I think we both have, I would say, good facial hair.
I'd say one of us has better, but yours is also still pretty good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Let's just compliment each other for about an hour and a half and then call it a day.
Your eyes look nice.
Oh, thanks. You have hair.
Let's move on. Just
Oh,
You're
okay.
hurting
Yeah,
me.
yeah. So I think the wager for if you win the league is the loser has to shave all their facial hair except a like a Steve Harvey style mustache.
oh.
So we'll get
dude,
a picture.
I'm okay with that.
We'll get a picture, and you have to wear it until the season's over.
next season
No, until the season's over. So the entirety of the playoffs and the Super Bowl, you have to rock a sick stash,
I'm cool with that.
unironically, and you have to try and match it to your clothes. And whenever you can't,
Dude, I don't know how to match my clothes anyway.
I think when people ask about it, like, why do you have a mustache? You can't say you lost a bet. You have to.
Just be like, Steve Harvey's my idol.
You could say Steve Harvey's my idol, but I think you have to have a reason
Well, he actually is, though.
that you chose it style. You know, he's cheated on his wife like 8 times, like every single one of his wives.
I didn't know that, but
You think no less of
I
him?
don't. So, okay, here's the thing. Is that you could just be making that up to make me feel bad. So I'm going to have to research it on my own later.
Okay. Shout out Steve Harvey. Playa.
Shout out Steve Harvey, I love you.
What a playa. All right.
Naked grandma.
Tommy's referencing a viral video of something.
Oh, yeah.
What was the question?
Of somebody on Family Feud. They're like, what wouldn't you want to see? Like,
If you walked into a room.
yeah, or something like that. And then some dude screamed. He was like, naked grandma.
A contestant. He slapped that
And
buzzer.
poor Steve Harvey had to just live with that.
He slapped the buzzer like it was the nut button as fast as possible and just shouted at the top of his lungs. Excited, probably not thinking about what he was about to say on national television. Naked grandma.
No, he said it naked.
Naked grandma. I've never seen my grandma naked. Did I tell you about the time my grandma had a heart attack? Good segue, Eddie.
I was about to say, let's move into a darker part, I guess.
No, speaking of naked
I wasn't
grandmothers,
anticipating this.
my grandmother was naked and she had a heart attack in bed. And she didn't want... This is the type of person my grandma is. I love her to death. She's this tiny little person. She looks like a... I don't want to say elf because that sounds like mean, but she's just like a cute little old lady. She's like 4 feet tall, and she has bright red hair. I'm sure it's natural. And she was in bed. She woke up to a heart attack, which I can't imagine what that's like. She knew she was having a heart attack, so she crawled out of bed not to wake up my grandfather, climbed into the closet, and got fully dressed as to not look bad when the paramedics show up to take her to the hospital. Then, after she was fully ready to go, she lightly woke up my grandfather and let him know that she was having a heart attack. And they called the paramedics, and,
What a gentle woman.
I think that's what it says a lot about that generation of people.
Just don't want to bother anyone.
No, I think it shows the class.
Yeah,
you always got to look good. I think it's a good, hey, dress for success. Am I right? Even if you're having a heart attack, let that be a lesson.
I mean, I'll take that to heart.
Okay, so let's talk about Space Force.
Let's not.
Tommy is really into Space Force. If you don't know what it is, it's our military branch that will colonize the mall.
Can I add something in? I just want to throw something in. You know how we said we've tried this like 10 times?
Yes.
Every single time Eddie's thrown in Space Force. Like, that's the one thing that stays consistent through all of these. And it makes me want to die.
Because you're really into Space Force and you know so much about it that you're so sick of talking about it.
Yeah, let's move on.
So Space Force is the military branch that's being made by our wonderful leader and Emperor, you know who he is.
This isn't a political podcast. Let's move on.
What I kind of wanted to, at the top of the show, I forgot to mention it, but I think the best way to describe this podcast would be like, anything you hear on the NPR One app, any NPR, like Radiolab or Serial, any, real journalistic value podcast, that's probably what we're getting out of this. That's what you're getting out of this.
Yeah. Hard-hitting research
and just a lot of professionalism. We definitely went to college, and we definitely have degrees in journalism.
I have 3 doctorates.
In what?
Journalism.
How can you get... I guess you can
All 3 of them are in journalism.
Can you get 3 doctorates in...
I did it, so yes.
Oh, wow. My doctorate's in anatomy, because I just love studying thick boys and sassy little sluts.
Dude, wait.
Study what you are, am I right?
You're all about those today.
It's because I'm a sassy little boy. I'm a sassy little slutty thick boy.
Anyway.
What were we talking about? Space Force?
Not Space Force.
We're going to colonize the moon, and we're going to shoot lasers in space. I think that's just really cool. I just wanted to mention it. Just throw it out there. I would love a Space Force sponsorship. Space Force, if you'd like to sponsor us, email me at sadboycrying@hotmail.com. And now we can move on, Tommy.
I was about to say the same thing. I was about to say, email us your comments on our subreddit, r/Sadboi.
I have Kent State Gun Girl written down here. I don't know why.
Oh, God. Why?
Because this is a current event podcast, Tommy. We're just talking about what's going on in the world, letting people know what's going on. It's that hard-hitting news that people want to hear.
Nobody wants to hear about Kent State Gun Girl.
Yeah, I'm also sick of hearing about Kent State Gun Girl. But have you seen the video?
Which is why you're going to bring her up.
Have you seen?
When everyone's like, when she goes around trying to interview people, and everyone's like, I hate that girl.
Yeah.
And that's actually her.
Do you think people knew that was her?
I hope so.
It'd be really funny if people were just like, what do you think about, what's it? I don't even know her name. It's like Caitlin something. Yeah, she's definitely, it's a horse girl name. And she gives off that energy, man. That horse girl energy. She wants to hold a rally at Kent State. And I only bring this up because we have a lot of friends who go to Kent State. We're from around that area originally. And sort of around that area. We're from a little east.
Close enough. Anyway.
Yeah, we're about 30 minutes away. And we have a lot of friends who go to Kent State. So we hear a lot about it. And it's just so weird to see your home area in the news like that. So whenever she gets brought up, I obviously kind of pay attention to it. But I saw a video of her trying to meet with like the events. I'm just assuming it's the person who runs the events at Kent State.
Right, the people who schedule that stuff.
Yeah. And she's trying to get a meeting with this guy, and she's going in guns a-blazing, pun intended, trying to just get into his office. Nice. And the secretaries are just not putting up with her bullshit. I'm sure everyone at Kent State in the administration,
probably hates
all
her.
The students are just totally sick of this bitch. But she goes in there and she's trying to get into the office, and they're just kind of like, "Why are you here? What didn't you graduate?
Didn't you graduate last year?"
That's what this is how the whole gun girl thing got started, because she posed for her graduation photos with a big AR-15 rifle because she could now, because she's a graduate, and they don't let students at Kent State carry around guns. I wonder why.
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with that place?
Why? Yeah, what the fuck? That's our right. Also, Ohio's an open carry state. Why are they doing that? What a shitty What an awful school.
Right. She's so right.
Guns never hurt anyone at a school. We've learned that through history.
Especially at Kent State.
Shout out Kent State and gun violence. Basically, I just thought it was funny that she posted a video of her literally just getting told off by some middle-aged secretary ladies, just being like, "Why are you here, you loser? Go get a job, you fucking idiot. Stop hanging around your old school." That's like the people who go back to their high school.
Dude, the man's trying to keep her down.
People who go to every football game, like religiously after they graduate. Class of 77, brother, threw 14 touchdowns that year. Go Hawks.
That's kind of a lot.
What?
It's kind of a lot. 14.
It's still sad. Good. What I'm saying is it's sad.
It's more than one per game.
She's a sad horse girl that always goes back to her alma mater to try and raise hell because she's going to be irrelevant in a year. She's just trying to do that shock value shit. Man, it got serious for a second. Let's bring it back to the sassy farts.
Oh.
Sassy boy hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said before, this is the first episode. We're all just trying to get to know each other. And I think the best way we could get to know each other, if you're still listening, that is to...
What a great point.
Yeah, no one's listening at this point, but that's okay. This is a hobby. We're just doing it for... I'm not doing this for anyone. I'm doing this for me, Mom.
I'm doing it for you.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm doing it for me.
Yeah. Thanks. So to try and get... If you stuck around this long, good job. Let's give them a round of applause. Good job. Congratulations. Now we're going to get to the...
Longer than I would have made it.
We're going to get to the meat of this bad boy.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought a good idea for our first episode, our first ever episode, to get to know each other is we would each of... I'm so bad at explaining things. Tommy, do you want to explain what we're about to do?
Dude, I don't know it as well as you, so just go for it.
Okay, so what we're going to do is tell a fucking story about each other.
It's story hour.
It's story time with Eddie and Tommy.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is we're each going to tell a story about each other. So I'm going to tell a story about Tommy, and Tommy's going to tell a story about me, and hopefully by the end of it, you'll get a better understanding about the type of person that we are. I have no idea what Tommy's going to tell, and Tommy has a good idea what I'm going to tell.
I got a couple on deck. A couple of them are short.
Well, do you want to go? You should go first then.
No, you go first.
No, you definitely go first.
No, I need to know what I can attack you with after.
No, I need
to know what you're going to make
yours
me
is
look like.
Yours is shorter, so I definitely want you to go first so we can round it out with the big Tommy finale that everyone's hoping for.
See, that's why I'm like, I want you to go first to see how bad you make me look, so I can make you look equally as bad. Not worse, just equal. So why don't you send us off?
As I mentioned before, Tommy never has a shirt on. His beautiful nipples are always out there, just beckoning you to come and suckle up on them.
I'll be honest, that's true. If you have any offers, hit us up at sadboicrying@hotmail.com.
If you have any offers, we should make a Patreon, and one of the tiers should just be nipple pics of or
we'll send nip pics for money.
If you pay $1,200, this is the top tier. You can come meet up with Tommy
Suckle my
and
nipples.
suckle.
That's prostitution.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It's not
Suck my
sexual.
body.
It's not sexual.
It is for me.
Oh.
What? Who said that?
Oh. Where was I going with this?
I don't know, dude. You were saying how I don't ever have a shirt on, which is true.
There's so many times that I've experienced a Tommy situation where he doesn't have his shirt on. There was that time we went on senior trip once, back when we were in high school, and we were in. Sorry, I got the burpees.
Are you gonna say
I'm a gassy boy. I'm a gassy little slut.
All right.
Sorry, off topic. We were in the North Carolina Outer Banks. We were in the Outer Banks. We were in Outer Banks, and we went to a seafood restaurant with our friends. Is that where we were? No, we went to a fancy dinner.
It was the chicken parm.
We went to a fancy dinner where we came up.
It was the chicken parm night.
Yeah, it was chicken parm night. Let me explain what that means. We went to a restaurant, and one of our friends wanted chicken parmesan, but they didn't have it on the menu. So there was.
So he ordered it anyway.
There's a chicken meal where you would get like a breast of chicken and vegetables, and if you've ever been to a steakhouse or anything, they have that. And so
just a regular meal.
A regular meal. And so what he was like, he asked the waitress, "Okay, I want the chicken meal, but instead of the chicken, instead of the sides and everything, can I get noodles with red sauce, and then the chicken, can you put some
mozzarella cheese?
Yeah, can you put some mozzarella cheese on it and some red sauce?"
And the waitress was like, "So chicken parm?"
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And she's like, "No.
No, we don't have chicken parm. We're not an Italian restaurant."
Classic.
So, fun little game. If you ever go to any restaurant, try and order something.
Try and order something not on the menu.
Try and order anything. It could be a salad, and try and turn it into chicken parm and see if they'll do it for you.
But only if they don't have chicken parm on the menu.
Yeah, only if they don't have chicken. No, actually, if they do have chicken parm on the menu, order something else anyway and try and substitute to get chicken parm.
Oh, yeah. For cheaper.
It's cheaper. Honestly, if you do the math, trust me, I'm a math major.
Just find like the cheapest meal option and just be like, "Hey, can I get this? But instead of the entire meal, can I get chicken parm?"
Yeah.
Then when they bring you the bill, be like, "I didn't order chicken parm."
That waiter is not going to get a good tip. So after we had our delicious meal, we were driving back in
what?
In a vehicle. I'll call it the R tank. We won't give away what the real name is. We were driving back with our friends, and it was me and Tommy in the back. And for some reason, Tommy went through menopause in like 10 minutes and had heat flashes.
Whoa, I wouldn't go that far.
We were sitting in the back of a car, the R tank, and
the R tank, yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
It was warm. It was warm. It was summer. It was summertime, and it was the Outer Banks, so it was warm. But it wasn't so hot that you have to strip down in the back of
The car was hot.
The car was hot.
It gets pretty steamy in the R tank.
It was hot, quote unquote. Tommy Connolly, 2007.
Yeah, dude, it's not like it was the summer in the South.
And Tommy strips down in the back of a car
just take my shirt
in
off.
public. He just whips it all out. His wiener was out.
That's not true.
He slapped his wiener on the leather seat. If you've ever heard a wiener slap, you know what I'm talking about.
I'd like to point out that none of this is true, and that the only thing that's true about it is I did take my shirt off.
We took a photo. If we ever get a website or an Instagram or anything, we'll put it up. We'll reference it.
Dude, you can see that I'm wearing jeans in that picture.
Not if I Photoshop it. So that's
right.
just an example of who Tommy is. That's one example. Another time, we were studying at Tommy's house. Me and Tommy and one of our close friends, who I'm not going to say his name, but he's a Princeton.
He's a tall glass of skim.
He's a Princeton student at Princeton, the New Jersey School of Law.
Not to brag,
but our friend is Ivy League, so we are through the transitive property. We are also smart. But anyway,
by association,
we were studying for our AP exams,
which I did just as good as you did.
And We're both very smart. As we mentioned before, we have a friend who goes to Princeton. My dad's stronger than yours. And Tommy, out of nowhere, first of all, wasn't doing any work. Me and our friend were doing this packet that our teacher had given us to study.
Sell me out then.
Sorry. It was for a history class. Tommy's not very good at history, I guess, because he was just sitting around.
Guess what? I got the same grade on the test.
It doesn't matter. At the time, we were doing all the work, and you were doing nothing because you're a bad person. And that's what I'm trying to sell to our viewers, that you're a bad person. And he...
Try to trick them.
He, out of nowhere, bolts up and strips down. He was wearing jeans and a T-shirt.
No.
And he... throws off his pants, throws off his shirt.
That's not true.
And screams out loud, "I have to take a shit," and runs out of the room. And that's when me and our friend realized that Tommy takes his shirt off every time he shits. He just gets naked.
Almost none of that is true.
He gets naked every time he has to poop, which makes me question, when you're in public, do you take off all your clothes when you have to poop?
Can I tell the real story?
All right, go ahead.
So here's what happened. Most of the beginning is true in that they were doing all the work and such. I'll own up to that. But here's where I don't condone lying. It was a fine, probably March day. Does that sound right? March?
That seems accurate.
So I was wearing a sweatshirt over my T-shirt. And then I was like, yo, boys, I'm going to go take a doo-doo.
As one does.
So I go to take my sweatshirt off. And you know how sometimes when you take a sweatshirt off, like the other shirt comes with it. So I took it off.
Where'd you learn to talk? Fucking can't talk school? Fuck you.
See, he's reducing himself to childish insults, which means he knows I'm right. Then, as I saw the shirt was sliding up, I slid it back down to where it was on. And then me, fully clothed, walked into the bathroom and took a shit. Well, I pulled my pants down before.
We can get a quote from a Princeton certified student
who's also a liar.
That no one who graduated or goes to Princeton is a liar. Everyone knows that. Everyone who goes to an Ivy League school is smart. Let me do some
research and I'll pull up a giant list.
Okay, where did Bernie Madoff go to school?
I don't know.
I hope it's not Princeton.
I hope it is Princeton.
So once again, our Princeton certified student who worked, may I add, as a teenager, worked at a law firm. He's you
know, you keep making all this stuff. I don't believe this guy exists.
He's like Neil Patrick Harris when he was a kid. He was that doctor boy. What was it? McDougal?
Dude, Doogie Howser.
Doogie Howser.
Did you say McDougal?
He's like Doogie Hazard of law. He's convicted so many felons. He can attest to the story that Tommy stripped down naked in front of us and ran to the bathroom to take a shit.
You
then
keep talking
came
about
back.
This guy. I don't think he exists.
He came back and was like, I just took a shit. Also, I'm naked because every time I take a shit, I have to get naked. Tommy likes to get naked a lot and do bodily functions, is what I'm saying. If it's too hot, he gets naked. If he has to poop, he gets naked. And here's the creme de la creme.
A lot of that is made up.
Here's the big story that everyone's been waiting for to understand who Tommy is as a person. He's very comfortable with his large, thick body, which isn't a bad thing. Once again, he's not fat. He's a thick boy. So
I'm gonna start crying.
Why? I'm complimenting you.
All right.
You're a beautiful man.
Just keep going. No,
your body, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And so, what was it? Oh yeah, here's the story.
Exactly. Eddie needs to think about how he's making these stories.
I'm not making it up. This is all true. These are all factual. Once again, Princeton certified. We have documents that this is Princeton certified. Like that means anything. So Tommy, he goes to a school. I'm not going to say which school it is, just to protect his identity. And
yeah, it's not like I gave out my full name earlier.
It's known to be one of those schools. It's been ranked.
Also, you can tell Eddie lives in a crime-ridden area by all the sirens that have gone.
I live by a highway. Any highway is going to have sirens. If you look out...
Dude, that's like the third one since we started recording.
Do you want to see where I live? Hold on. Tommy doesn't know where I live. Fucking This is great audio podcast stuff.
Just shut up.
Can you see that? That's out my window.
Yeah, there's a train and a highway.
Yeah. I live by the blue line, so that wakes me up at night.
Exposed.
Ow! Oh I just sat on my balls. Ow! Oh.
Dude, how low do they hang?
I
for you
don't
to be able
know.
to sit on them?
I don't know. It just happened.
Are you 80 years old?
No, I'm a little boy.
You're a sassy little slut.
Sassy
I know.
little
Okay.
sassy little slutty boy. Ow, okay, I need a second. I really crushed my right nut. Oh, okay, I'm good. And we're back.
Welcome back.
Okay, so Tommy goes to a party school. That's what I'm trying to get to. It's been ranked one of the biggest party schools in the country multiple times. Tommy went there because he loves partying and not because they gave him a lot of money to go there. So,
Definitely.
I want to tell you the story about another time that Tommy got naked in front of a lot of people. So,
Dude, oh yeah, you're right.
Let me preface
I was about
this.
to say I didn't, but you're right.
Let me preface this with Tommy in the past. In high school, he was a football star. We live in Ohio. High school football.
What is going on?
It's a big thing. I'm trying to give backstory. Also, let me see your beautiful face.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Yeah, no problem. Back in high school, Tommy was a football star. We live in Ohio, where football was created. And high school football is a very big thing. People go to the games every Friday night. It's like Texas, except probably a step lower. And
It's like Texas, except we're not stupid.
so Tommy was a high school football star. He was a thick boy on the line, the offensive line. He was the center. He ran the show. When high school was over, Tommy didn't get any offers from any major colleges to continue his academic and athletic career, as everyone who plays college football likes to say. I'm blessed that God has given me the chance to
Dude, I could have played.
compete at the next level. I will be continuing my athletic and academic career at the University of Ohio State University. Do you notice that every time a student athlete gets signed to a college, they always say the name of their college wrong?
Yeah, it happens way more than you think it should.
So I think it goes to show that how much they are focused on the academic portion of their...
Yeah, dude. I could have played, but it would have been somewhere where I didn't get paid. So
yeah, it would have been a small school.
It would have been what I like to call not worth it.
So instead of doing that, Tommy went to a party school for an engineering degree.
For partying.
Because they gave him a lot of money. And I think it's safe to say it was your second choice.
Ouch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not get too deep into it.
Yeah, it was definitely Tommy's not first choice. And
It's definitely my least expensive choice.
yeah, and so he went to the school and expected to, have the full-on academic experience, just study a lot and get really good grades, get his degree and get out there into the workforce and help people with their engineering needs. So Tommy got there and quickly realized that was not going to be the case. The school consumed him as it does everyone else. And he quickly turned to alcohol to quiet the pains in his head.
The haters.
Yeah. So Tommy joins the rugby team because he still needs to be physical with the boys, you know what I mean? Wrestle with some of the boys. He decided to join the rugby team, am I right?
Am I right?
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that what... Am I...
That's
is
what
that
I
what you
did.
were thinking when you joined the rugby team?
Dude, I was like, I need to stay active or else I'm going to die.
Oh.
So I did that.
It wasn't to get hot and heavy with the boys.
I mean, you can look at it however you want.
Well, anyway, he joins this team, and it's pretty much just like a fraternity. I don't know how to...
No,
it
it's
sounds
not,
like
dude.
a frat.
All right. It's not at all.
They have a house, and they party, so it sounds like a
Everyone
frat
has a house.
that also plays rugby on the
If
side.
you don't have a house, you're homeless. So
Okay, yeah, but teams don't buy houses together. That's not a thing.
dude, it's just people living together.
Okay, whatever. So they have a frat house, and they party a lot.
All right.
And
Eddie doesn't know what he's talking about.
So one night, it was alum night. One weekend, I guess. It was alum weekend. So the alumni of his school came back, and the people who used to play rugby at his school went to the frat house to party with the frat.
Dude, none of these facts are like.
And there's I don't know what the name. It's Mad Dog, right? That's the name of the game. I'm gonna explain it as well as I can. Break in whenever I get anything wrong.
It's just
so far I'm 100%.
Let me tell you what happens. You get a bottle and you tape your hand to a friend's hand.
What do you get? A bottle of what?
You get a Mad Dog 2020.
What is Mad Dog 2020?
It's a drink. Anyway.
Can you explain what it is? Like what?
Dude, I don't know what you want me to explain.
What type of drink is it?
I don't recall.
It's like
anyway.
It's like wine, right? But a little stronger.
Yeah, except worse, and I hate it.
Yeah. So you get a bottle of Mad Dog 2020. You strap yourself to a bro. You both have one in one hand. Or is it just one bottle, or is it two bottles?
No, it's two.
So you have two bottles. So they're holding onto a bottle of Mad Dog. You're holding onto a bottle of Mad Dog, and then they tape your hands together, right?
Yeah.
So this is a game that they do at their frat.
For funs and giggles.
Yeah, it's all for funs and giggles at their frat. And
dude, it's not. I'm gonna kill you.
The point of this game is you have to down a bottle of Mad Dog, a whole bottle by yourself with your partner before the other teams. This is a team game, so there's a bunch of different teams, right?
Team game. Yeah, this is education for you.
They were competing, so you have to drink your entire bottle of Mad Dog. They have to drink their entire bottle of Mad Dog before anyone else does. Or what happens?
Or you lose.
You lose, and then what?
It's just a game.
Oh, okay. So it's a game. There's no stakes. You just get blackout drunk. So he does this. He competes. He doesn't throw up. Congratulations. Let's give a round of applause for Tommy.
Dude. Applaud me.
So at this point, Tommy has not eaten during the day.
I'm 21 years of age.
He's downed an entire bottle of Mad Dog by himself. He's feeling good about himself. The alum are around. They're having some boigies.
I don't know why that matters.
I also don't. Oh yeah, it'll matter later. I'll explain where you went wrong. So
I'm not quite sure, but okay.
Is it safe to say at this point, when you down the Mad Dog, you're tipsy?
Yeah.
So what one does when you're tipsy, instead of stop drinking and eat something and get sober,
is have some beer.
Is drink some beers instead. So Tommy drinks.
I'm 21.
I'm gonna say Tommy drinks about 5 light beers.
Dude, I don't remember.
It was an amount enough. He drank some beers. I'm imagining they were pretty cheap. Maybe a Keystone. Maybe is Coors. Is that cheap?
Dude, I hate Coors.
Is that cheap?
I don't know. Maybe. Probably. I hate it.
Maybe a Natty. It could have been a Natty Light. It doesn't matter what the brand was. He drank some. And this is only important because he still hasn't eaten anything. If anyone knows about drinking, you need to have something in your system to help you sober up a little. He's not drinking water. He's not eating anything to help absorb all that alcohol. This is all just going straight to his bloodstream. He's pretty much, I would say, 60% alcohol now. And he still hasn't eaten anything because the alum were in town and they get to eat first. They're grilling up boigies on the grill. You're right. And Tommy was not a freshman at the time because he's 21. And
I was 21 years old.
And he was waiting to get a boigie at his fraternity. And he's just drinking during this entire time. I don't know if you ever got the burgers.
I did.
Okay, so he had a couple burgers, so he thought he was good to go. So he continues to drink. How many beers would you say in total did you drink that day?
Dude, who knows? Who knows?
It was a lot. I'm just gonna go ahead and say 14.
Dude, you're not focusing on the important part of this story.
What?
The aftermath.
I'm getting there. Let me get there.
You're focusing too much on the path and not much.
Tommy gets a couple boigies in him.
Where it leads us.
Tommy gets a couple boigies in him, feels good, sobers up a little bit, so he decides to drink a couple more beers and blacks out.
I didn't black out.
He doesn't.
You're such a liar.
Do you know how you got home that night?
I walked.
Every time Tommy gets drunk, he calls me. And he's usually looking for a Wendy's and doesn't know where he's at. There's been a couple times where he calls me and then falls asleep on the grass, like in a random park.
Once.
It happened.
Don't say a couple times.
Okay, well, he fell asleep once in public.
The one time.
So Tommy gets back to his place, and this is where I get foggy. What happens next? You go into the bathroom and jump in the shower?
Yeah, our public bathroom.
So he's living in a dorm at the time because he's 21. That's what every 21-year-old does.
Because I'm 21.
And he goes into the bathroom to take a shower because he's been running around all day playing rugby, drinking with the boys.
And so basically someone's in there, and there were 4 of them, and one was occupied.
There's four shower stalls?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was like, as soon as I get in there, I'm like, I'm probably going to throw up. So I'm going to wait for this guy to get out. And then I'm going to go in and take care of whatever I need to take care of. No one's ever going to know. But then the guy comes out, and it's one of my friends. He's like, yo, are you good? And I was like, yeah.
I'm great.
Like, are you sure?
I'm living my best life right now.
And then he was like, are you sure? And I was like, no. And so he's like, wait right here. And so while he leaves for a second to get dressed, I decide to lay on the ground. And then from there on, he comes back with some other people, and they're like, yo, you're fucked. And I was like, I'll be fine. I just need to get into this shower. But I couldn't move because Anyway, my one friend's like, dude, lay on your other side. You're on your wrong side. I was like, all right. So I flip over on my other side and immediately puke, but not with my head in the shower, just on the ground. So then they were like, all right, we'll clean this up. Just get in the shower. And so I got in, and I immediately passed out for an hour.
In the shower.
With it running.
Ooh, that's a lot of wasted water. There's kids in Africa, you know.
I'm not paying for that water anyway.
Yeah, you are. You pay tuition, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm spending that money anyway.
Okay, go ahead. It's worth it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I pay that money anyway, so it's going to happen.
So Tommy was in the shower. He was naked. No, you weren't. You weren't naked. You were in your shorts, right? Or were you fully clothed at this point?
No, I was. So, okay. So I was in my shorts at first, and then when I got in the shower, I undressed.
As one does.
Duh, to get in the shower. Anyway, so I'm in there for, let's just approximate.
This is the naked portion of the story. I told you I'd tie it back in together. Tommy got naked in front of people and climbed in the shower and passed out.
Dude, what do you want me to do?
I don't know. I was just mentioning it. I'm not saying that it makes you a bad person. I'm just saying
it's a shower.
Well, do you not shower with your socks on?
No.
Oh.
Do you?
No, definitely. I definitely don't do that.
That's what I thought. Anyway, so yeah, I'm in there for, let's just say, roughly 2 hours in and out of consciousness. And then eventually I get up and I'm like, all right, I'm good now. And then as soon as I think that, I throw up one more time. And then that's when I have my epiphany of, I need to get clean right now.
In the shower. That's when you have your epiphany. I need to get clean now.
Yeah. So then I shower up. I'm all clean. I walk out. I'm like, crisis averted. And then I look down and my shorts are still there, disgusting. So I'm like, dang, I need to deal with this. And I couldn't go back to my room like that because my weird roommate was there. So then I throw my shorts back in the shower to wash them off. And then I go back to my room, and then I go get dressed, and then I go do laundry because I made everything gross. Let's say I got out of the shower at 10, but went in at 8.
Okay, so a normal length shower.
Yeah, so normal 2-hour shower. But that's the story.
That's not the story. Didn't you throw up on your rug and you have to throw it out?
That was a different time.
I mixed up 2 stories. I guess this has happened several times.
I'm not telling
because there's a picture.
Story. It was way worse.
There's a picture of Tommy naked in front of his friends once again. He passed out on the floor in the bathroom.
I'd like to point out to the court, I wasn't
People
naked.
walked in. He was naked, and he was vomited all over himself. And then he got dragged back to his room.
No, I was in my room.
Oh, I guess he was in his room the entire time naked.
See, dude, you just don't know the facts.
I know the facts. And there's a picture of him fully naked with people all around just kind of holding him.
I was not fully naked.
Holding him, shirtless, throwing up.
These are lies.
He just looks like a dead man. If that helps explain anything about Tommy, I think it's that he is very responsible and he is very into the naturalist movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy likes whipping the nips out for everyone to see in any situation that he can, usually pertaining to the bathroom, and he's also very responsible. I think that paints a good picture.
You know what we learned about Eddie? That he's a filthy liar.
I think that paints a good picture for our audience, and it helps everyone get to know you better. Now, what do you have to say about me, bitch?
Eddie's a sad boy, first and foremost.
That is untrue.
Untrue? Oh, man.
I'm a very happy person.
Let me throw some stories out there. Eddie thinks that him not being a sad boy makes him less funny. So one time...
Hey, wait, no.
Worried about my friend.
Can I just preface this with, I'm not sad. I just know in high school, I realized I am the center of the universe and we live in a simulation, right? And the only...
Is that where this is going?
The only reason I'm sad is because I have to hold up the entirety of existence on my shoulders. So I have to feel everyone's pain. You know what I mean? And everyone's fake. You're fake. Our viewers are fake. Or listeners.
Oof.
So that's why some perceive me as a sad person. But I'm not sad.
Eddie's a sad boy.
I'm just very empathetic.
Let's just get that out of the way now.
Now you can continue.
So one time, Eddie talking about how... you guys have probably heard that soundbite from the preview of where Eddie's like, I'm going to go off my meds.
What meds? I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, you say that in the preview to this show.
I'm definitely not on medication.
Anyway, one time...
I'm a very happy person.
He was telling me that he was going to do that because he thinks he'll be funnier if he does. And I was like, nah, dude. And then we went on for a while, and I was like, would you rather be depressed and funny, or... And before I gave the second option, he goes, God, yes.
I mean...
And I was like, all right.
Here's the thing. When I'm in that depressive state, when I'm a sad boy, quote, Tommy Connolly.
Quote, unquote, sad boy, quote.
Let's just quote everything. Any text that has to do with this show, can we just put it in quotes?
Yeah.
Like incorrect quotes. It's a plan. So whenever I'm not in a drug-induced happiness, I feel like I'm a very creative person, and I would categorize myself as a creative. I don't have any other talents, so I like to imagine things and make things. And when I'm in that depressive state that I don't get, because I'm a very happy person, I just make really funny things. And when I'm on my meds, I don't know what to call it. I don't want to say zombie because I live normally. I don't make good things. So I think personally it would
if this illustrates to anything to anyone, it's that you're a sad boy.
I'm not a sad boy. That's just my alter ego. Sad boy crying is my alter ego. That's why it's sadboycrying@hotmail.com.
Have you ever seen the second Kill Bill where he's like, you know why Superman is like the best superhero or something? Because every day, Batman wakes up Bruce Wayne. He puts his clothes on Bruce Wayne. When he puts the cape on, he's Batman. He dresses up to be Batman. But Superman wakes up Superman, and he brushes his teeth Superman. And Clark Kent, that's his disguise. That's you with sad boy crying. You're really the sad boy.
So you're actually saying that I'm a superhero? Oh, thanks.
No.
That's some big dick energy right there.
Dude, someone in my hall had a sign on their door and it said fat pussy energy.
Oh my God. That's amazing. That should be the feminist movement. You know what I mean? Shout out women. Energy? First and foremost, shout out women. My mom's a woman. She's awesome.
Same.
She's very strong and independent. But if we really want to get anywhere, if we've learned anything through the internet age, it's that memes will make a difference. And so this big dick energy that's going around, it's a big thing right now, right? So if the people on the feminist movement, I feel like I'm not quoting this right. What is it called? Like people fighting for equality in the workforce and stuff like that, when instead of being like, we need more diversity, we need equal paying jobs, no one's gonna that just sounds like demands. What you need to say is, hey, we need more fat pussy energy, and everyone will be like, you know what, you're right. I'm down with that.
I get it.
So you heard it here first, a podcast from two men explaining how feminism should work. That we need fat pussy energy.
Dude. Let's mansplain feminism a little more.
Fat Pussy Energy 2018. Okay, continue your story. Where were you going with this?
Anyway, yeah. So, well, there's that. That kind of illustrates how you're a sad boy. But then I also want to throw in a little something about your little baby boy, if you don't mind explaining your relationship to him, and also about how you're a klepto and steal stuff from our friend's house.
I'm not a klepto. My little baby boy. Let me explain what my little baby boy is. I have him right here, actually. He's right next to me, as always. He is a statue, right? He's like a lawn statue. It's a pig, but he's not just a pig. He's standing on his 2 feet, and he's dressed up like a little chef. He's a little ratatouille.
A little chef?
He's a little chef. He's my little baby boy. And do you want me to explain how I got him?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can do that, but also, like, from there, I want to get into how you're a klepto and steal stuff.
Well, you explain how I got him.
So he was a gift from our friend's mom.
Alice. Shout out Alice.
Shout out Alice. Shout out God. But then, afterward, he found out that they had a second one. And so he was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this kindness that she gifted me, and I'm going to steal from her. And he stole the exact replica of his little baby boy. Then after that, he was like, you know what? I can just steal a bunch of stuff from this place. So he then stole a Chef Boyardee face. And wasn't there another pig?
I haven't stolen that
you
pig
stole?
yet. I stole the original pig.
There are plans to steal another pig.
I went into their house, and when...
Oh, you stole the pig originally, and then she gave it to you.
When no one was looking,
man.
I felt the energy with this pig. And I felt the connection, and I knew that I had to have him in my life. So I did what's legally right, and I took him away from that home, and I raised him as my own, and I was never happier. And then I was over at their house again, chilling, maxing, relaxing, all cool. And I noticed outside by the pool that there was a...
They don't have a pool.
I know, I thought it rhymed. There's another pig, exact replica of my little baby boy, and I knew that being an only child is hard. So the only correct thing to do would be to...
You don't know that being an only child is hard. You're not an only child.
They don't know that. And so
They do now.
I took... I wouldn't say stole. I
would.
I planned an escape for this inanimate object. What I didn't realize is this replica was like 20 pounds heavier than the original.
5 times heavier.
Made out of pure cement or something. So it was a struggle
or lead or something
to take this pig away. Anyway, they weren't very happy about me stealing quote their property.
Stealing, quote unquote,
stealing quote their property unquote. And requested that I return it. So I did. And every once in a while, just to, keep the meme alive, I take a little thing from their house. But that doesn't mean I'm a klepto. What is it? Kleptomaniac? I don't steal things. I'm not greedy. You're just trying to...
Dude, you steal...
You know what you're doing?
You steal things from them all the time.
You know what you're doing right now? You're pushing prejudices against my people. You mentioned before I'm Jewish. I wasn't even going to mention it. I wasn't even going to talk about it. But you're trying to say that Jewish people are greedy and that we just want stuff, so we take stuff.
You're the one pushing that agenda.
No, you're just trying to say because I'm Jewish that I steal things for my own and that I'm greedy. But I'm not.
I didn't say any of that.
I took that pig because I love him and I wanted him to have a good home. And
so
he was obviously being...
So if I stole a child from someone...
It's not the same.
But I loved that child. It's your little baby boy.
Exactly. He's mine.
Now that you took him.
All right. You know what? We all have different opinions. I think you're just trying to out me as some kind of gross thief when in fact I'm a good person and I don't do that. And I think your story's pretty weak. I think
To each their own, I guess.
I tried to paint you as this good person, a very naturalist, a very naturalist guy who's just very comfortable in his own skin, which I would say that you are. You're beautiful, you're big and beautiful, and you're not ashamed to show it. But apparently I'm just this greedy guy that takes and takes and takes.
And you're sad.
And that I'm sad, but I'm not. And my dad is definitely stronger than yours. And so, yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Ouch.
Do you have anything else to add about me? Any you want to kick me while I'm down a little more?
I mean, now that you mention it, Eddie's a liar and a jerk.
Oh, wow.
Because all you've done is lie about me and say mean things. I quit.
Well, you quit the podcast already?
Yeah.
Well, with that, I think that's a good ending point.
We'll see if I'm back next week.
Yeah, we'll see if Tommy's back next week. Thank you for listening, everyone. I hope you got it. If you got this far,
honestly, congrats.
It's been a struggle.
We probably owe you money if you did.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. But definitely, I hope you come back. I want this to be like a little hangout sesh, a little between us. You know,
listen to us while you're
jerking it,
snuggling with your grandma.
Oh,
what did you say?
Nothing. So yeah.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Okay.
You want to start over?
Yeah, let's do another one of these. You ready?
Yeah, let's start completely over.
Okay. Welcome.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. Wait. We just started. This is the first episode.
Shit.
All right. Well, that's the end of the podcast. Bye, everyone.
All right. See you guys.
I hope you come back.
Should I stop?
Yeah.